People we would have went to the end of the world for is sitting there feeding shit to these awareness pages. We had a safe place. We've been parking on nights where we didn't have a hotel. I mean, it's warm tonight. We need a place where we can sit back and roll down the windows all the way. I don't know where that's going to be. As you can hear the traffic here where we're parked now, it would be crazy to try to stay here, but it's like we can't even safely go to where we've been going and parking and feeling safe on nights when everything's shit because of family members who wants to run back and tell the awareness page, oh, they're at the end of the road tonight. They're down here by my house tonight. They've been going here. They've been going there. Here. And I hope and pray that somebody's filming this and is going to post it and going to tell them, oh, they're talking about y'all because I am. I hope maybe this would be enough for the family members who are doing this to grow a set and speak up finally.
I want to say something on that. The night that we had the really bad storms here, and
do you want on camera to say this?
No. I'm going to say it. My older brother, he messages me and acting like he was trying to check on us to make sure that we was okay. And at the time, we didn't know for sure who was feeding these people information. And so I was like, yeah, we're good. We're at such and such place.
Then the next morning, the awareness place had pictures of us at that place.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there thinking that, oh, well, maybe he's actually worried about me. And then it's just like all of a sudden, bam, right in the face,
He's always been two-faced.
I know, but...
And we know both the family members that are friends with the guy on here, so... No, it hurt her to the core. She's over here crying about it now. They're supposed to be the people you can turn to when you're down, and they've turned to us when they was down, and we've helped them. We've always been there for each other. He's always been a two-faced liar, but you knew how he was, and you took it with a grain of salt, and you went on. You just didn't believe what he would say.
He is helping these people make fun of us and put us through hell. And now, and I'm going to blame part of this on him too. Now, they're threatening to have choo-choo taken from us.
Okay, Carrie, what'll do? I hope I got rid of the right one. That's threatening to call animal control on us, and we're already at our lowest point. Our fur baby's taken care of. But I'll make it a point to where if she's in the car, I won't get out of it. I'll sit with her. I'll endure the heat. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I mean, when it comes to being family, it makes it even worse. And the thing that gets me the most is, damn, the day before, with no warning. There wasn't nothing that happened. Was at a birthday party, and then the next day blocked us. Tried to block the end of the road where we didn't have somewhere to park. You know, CT Jackie, we've been going through it. We've been in and out of hotel rooms. We're in between hotels and sleeping in the car. Got somebody on here who has been trying to really cause a lot of crap. One of the awareness guys has us on another site, posting a bunch of stuff, making fun of us, making fun of our weight, body shaming us. It's all the yeah, she's crying her eyes out. When you find out that, you know, these people are doing this to you and you physically see what they're doing, then you find out that it's family feeding them information about you. It's like, you know, and she's already feeling bad from the heat today. You know, her epilepsy is one of her big triggers is heat on that, stress, and today's both of them. Carrie, you may have to pop out and pop back in to mod. I don't know why it does that to you every once in a while. Hey, Jennifer. And it's just, you know, CT, or Jackie, I used to think that, but it really don't. No, we don't have any ice. We're staying in the car tonight, so we really don't have anywhere to put the ice. Unfortunately, I don't have a job right now. I failed my physical for the other job, and thank you, Jackie, for the rose, and could not start. You know, I started a couple of days and took a second physical and couldn't do any better on my blood pressure. So, you know, right now we're going from in the car to, you know, Cherry, okay. But CT Jackie was, I don't know if you've seen her somewhere else, but she was asking if there was anything she could do. We have a cooler in the car. Really, our biggest problem is we don't have the money to buy anything. No, she's not doing too good today, Julie. I think it all finally caught up to her about her brother and feeding the awareness page information about us. On the nights where we was having to sleep in the car, hold on a second. Carrie, I sent you okay. She just asked what she could do to help, and then you blocked her. I didn't know what was going on. Sorry, Jennifer. Okay, I think there was a mild, maybe she'll come back. I don't know. If she does, it's alright. If she doesn't, I guess it'll be alright too. Yeah, Jennifer, we know how you roll on here. You'll listen and comment when you can. What does Angela need? Place to sleep tonight. It's not the car. Place to lay her head. to get a bag of tortilla chips and cheese dip and watch her favorite TV shows until she falls asleep snoring. She's heartbroken right now, guys, and it's killing me because there's nothing I can do about it. To get one tonight, after the nightly deposit that would go on it, would be $145. This is the only one we could get. The first night they charge a deposit. So yeah, that one's, and then after your first night, they're cheaper. You do get the deposit back, but you know, it's one of them things where. Sorry, I usually don't scratch my nose on camera, but I think y'all caught me that time. A bump in my mustache is hurting me too. I don't know. Yeah, they're $145 for the first night, and then $95 for every night after that. So we was in one for the last 2 nights, but I need you to calm down and breathe, baby. Okay. I need you to calm down. You should drink your Coca-Cola. There we go. That's my sweet tea. You in the front, remember? You in the front. It is expensive. There's one cheaper here in town, but we never can get they never have openings. There's so much just going on in this town too. There's flood victims are in a hotel there. We have a solar farm being built down the road, and all their employees are in that hotel. Just about all their employees are there. Oh, they've blocked us from everything. It would physically take us going over there and knocking on the door. Then he still wouldn't answer it because we've actually done that. Or we was parked down close to his house because he lives on a dead-end street. And we had to park there for a night, and the car broke down. And we had to use the bathroom. We didn't have nowhere else to go. So I went and rung his doorbell cam, and he was there. So, yeah. Well, he put our business in the hands of the person who's going to put it all over TikTok and everything. And but anyway, he wouldn't even come to the door and let us in to use the restroom. We physically had to sit there and wait. 6.5 hours before somebody finally came to boost us off?
Yeah.
And then we went to the restroom. Well, she did. I had to go find some woods. It was to the point where I could not wait any longer. But and I hope he sees this. I hope somebody's screen recording this and they tell him about it, because I never would have dreamed he'd went this low. And I'm sure there's another family member in it with him. Both of them are on that guy's friends list, so both of them are done with me. And if that requires cutting everybody else off that's in that situation, then they're cut off. You know. I would hate that. You know, stress of the day and the stress of the family members. I don't know what name is Sierra. That would be a blessing if could anything. But the day's really taking a toll on Angela, the heat and everything. No, she's not doing too good right now. It was her family, her brother, and another family member that's feeding all this information. Might not be feeding it all to them, but they're friends with the awareness guy, and they're feeding them information about us. And we've kind of caught it all. Even the guys kind of give it away too. The guys posted that it's family telling them this stuff, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that when they say, "Hey, it's family doing this," and then you look on there and you see the two family members that are friends with them. Kind of doesn't take a whole lot to figure that out. So that's really upset her today that it was that her brother and them are giving the awareness guy the information about us, and they turned their back on us. And I'm sure he's told everybody else in the family that we're just scamming people left and right, because they couldn't figure out how we got money for a car. I think it's locked, buddy. That's OCD at its finest right there. Hey, Rainbow. We got us a vehicle, and despite what anybody said, we did pay cash down. We did pay cash money for this car. Okay, and that being said, we didn't scam anybody out of the money. We didn't beg anybody out of the money. How we got the car is our business. It's nobody else's business. And let me tell you, when they got 2 new vehicles, I was happy for them. Even the other night, before we even put everything together, I was like, man, he done got a new Jeep. And I was like, I'm happy for him. But instead of being happy for us, they run around trying to figure out how we got the money to buy a car. How are we staying in a hotel every night? How are we eating? How are we doing this? It's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. Yeah, we have asked for help, and we have gotten help. And anybody who gave us help, if you're ever doubting where the money went, you can always send me a message and let me know what date you sent the money on, and I'll show you what the money went for. I've got receipts for hotel rooms, for grocery trips, and everything. So, Miss Brenda, I wish we was too. You're going to have to calm down before we got bigger issues. I know it's rough.
It's bad.
Oh. I know, baby. Oh, hang on a minute. I know. Let's just calm down, okay? Make you calm down and breathe. All right. Just calm down and breathe, baby. You're getting all hot. You're getting sweaty. It's already hot, but just calm down a minute and breathe, okay? She's not doing good at all right now, guys. I'm trying to calm her down now. She's hoping in every sense of the word we can find somebody to help us tonight and get a hotel room so she can get out of this heat. We both are. You know, Miss Brenda, that's up to you. I mean, we'd appreciate it, but that's totally up to you. Miss Brenda said you want me to send $10 for some coffee for you. Miss Brenda, you know her all too well, don't you? You know she loves that coffee.
I love Miss Brenda.
All right, Miss Brenda. Ooh. There we go. Listen, I got this thing where when I get tired, I start doing this to my hair. And it's like scratching and stuff. I've always done it. I don't know when it's longer, I used to sit there and twirl it and stuff. And I've caught her starting to do the same thing, and I love it when she scratches my head. And but she started telling me, she's like, "No, you got to scratch my head now." Feels good, don't it, babe? There's a breeze. You feel it? Whew. I tell you, if we had a fan when we had to stay in the car, like a fan that Selena said the birds outside are singing for you. My biggest fear tonight with all the heat and everything from the day and the stress from the day, you know. Well, good evening. Is going to cause a rough night. You know, we don't. I was about to say, if we had a fan that we could use, like hang on the mirror, couldn't really plug it up because I'd be afraid to drain the battery all night. But something that you could like charge up and hang up and use overnight, dear God, that would make a world of difference from being in the car. You know. We do have a Five Below. Hey, Choo Choo. Choo Choo. I'm going to say something before my moderators get to you. I hope they don't. Choo Choo sent me a very heartfelt apology on a DM today. And I'm going to say that took a lot to apologize. And I appreciate that.
Just the fact.
I thought you heard. We went. What?
I love you too, Miss Brenda.
I guess she did, because she just said, "Oh," when she opened up her phone and said she loved you.
She said, "I love you" on the message.
We went to Five Below and looked at the fans, and I couldn't find any that I could charge up and like charge up when we're inside. Like if we go to McDonald's and said I could charge, something up. Everything I found was like plug into the cigarette lighter, and I don't want to leave the car turned on all night and drain my battery. I need something I can charge up, or something that ran like on solar. Like that would be so pimp. Like charge it during the day on solar, and then could use it whenever, like a camping fan. They're high. They're really high. I've done looked at them. So, but I know we'll have to go into Planet here in a little while. I don't have to charge my phone up. Everything is high. It's like, good Lord. Things should not be as high as it is. Miss Brenda said to get you some coffee and a honey bun. Okay, I'll have to look in that. I don't know how long the batteries would last, though. That'd be the bad thing about a battery-operated one. Ollie's had one that you could plug up and charge up. My friend had one. Boy, that little thing lasts a while. Or if we had like a power pack we could plug up somewhere that you could plug something into, man, that would work, because we actually got a fan. It's just you got to plug it into the wall. Hey, David and Summer, welcome back. I don't know if I got David or Summer. How often do you got to change batteries in it, though? With my luck, I'd get something like that be broke and couldn't afford batteries. I've seen little power packs that's got like plug-ins for it. Like you can plug in like a house plug-in into it, and you charge the power pack up, and they look like a brick, but I've seen those. I don't know how much they are. But it's just like on nights when you're in the car and there's no breeze, I'm a little sweaty now myself. There we go. We got the music going now, guys. He is nowhere near us either. I'm sure y'all can hear that. Yeah, we got AC in the car, but we can't leave the car running all night long. Then we'd be trying to figure out how we're going to afford gas for the vehicle. I mean, when we're going down the road, we definitely turn the air conditioner on, but it's can't sit here all night and burn the gas out. Got sweet tea in my beard. All right, Carrie. We're getting a breeze every once in a while, and that feels amazing. If you wanted to go in and talk to her with your buddies up there, you can cool off. I'll stay on live a little bit longer and see if I can get anything rolling. You want to do that?
It's okay. I'll stay right here.
You need not to be hard-headed.
I'm not trying to be hard-headed. I just...
No, the nearest campground's like, that I know of, is like 30, 35 minutes away. You feel like you just don't want to be away from me? Okay, I understand that. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore that while ago. I seen the question, and some reason in my head thought I answered it, and after you asked it again, I was like, oh crap, I didn't answer that. Got a lot on my mind. It's like, I don't know. It's just, it would be that. Like I said, I personally don't know of any campgrounds closer to us. We're about 35, maybe 40 minutes away from Reelfoot Lake. And that would be the only campground that I know of. If anybody's having a camp in this town that we're in, I tell you right now that if I ever got to the point to where money wasn't an option, like I got lucky and hit a high lottery, $500-600 million. That's a big pipe dream. I would buy a huge piece of land here in this town, and I would have it set up with charging ports and places for people to park who are living in their car, and showers to go to, a free laundromat. That's if money wasn't an option, because you could do the upkeep on it, you could afford the water bill on it and everything else, I'll be the first one to tell you that I thought that there was better resources for people who are homeless and stuff in this area than there is. But there's not. There's really not. There's no one to help with hotel rooms. The Salvation Army does the best they can do with the food they get donated to them to supply at least one meal a day for people. Yeah, well, I mean, if it would probably something like that, you would have to have people watching it and working the grounds and stuff. But it's just there's nothing here. I don't even know, really, to be truthful with you, I don't even know if that would be legal in the state of Tennessee, because there is a bill about you can't camp in parks in the state of Tennessee. Like, you can get arrested for camping in a park. I don't know if that would be considered a park or private property. I don't know. That's just all pipe dream, big fairy tale stuff, In the now, right now, I would give anything for a hotel room right now. Something to get her out of this damn heat, get her in a bed, lay down and relax, and then, just, dear God, I'd give anything for it. I made a video about what happened with the job and everything. I know a lot of people see the live and just jump on and talk. I failed the physical until I get my blood pressure back under control. I can't go to work. So, yeah. Had high blood pressure beforehand. The awareness page put that I was blaming TikTok and Reddit for my high blood pressure problems. Never once did. I've had high blood pressure problems for over a decade. For a couple of years, I had them under control pretty good, though. But one every day is a stress ball the moment you wake up. When you're waking up and you're trying to figure out your whole logistics of the day, Yeah, that's actually where I go to for my blood pressure and everything, and she kind of told me she was afraid to up my meds anymore. That I'm on a pretty strong regimen right now. That's the best thing for me would be to get a lot of stress out of my life and start eating better. And I have been back, Miss Brenda, and it's like I said, she doesn't want to up me any more than what I am, because she did up me some. I was taking a couple of half pills, and she did up me to a full dose on those, and clonidine has been added to a daily regimen instead of the other. But I'm stuck in a cycle here that I don't know how to get out of. And everybody's like, well, go to work. Here's my issue. The one and only issue I've got. I don't have anywhere for her to go. She can't sit in the car all day long at a job. If they would let her hang out while I was working at McDonald's, I would gladly. She could sit in there the whole time I was working. I've explained our situation to them. And it's like, hey, I'm willing to work any shift you want, but this is my situation. On nights we don't have a hotel room, she has to be with me. And they was like, well, it's kind of don't want somebody hanging around all day, taking up a booth, and then she can't sit in the car all day. Even though we sit in the car all day today, but still, oh, I'm sorry. She's got to be able to come in and use the restroom when she wants to. So I basically need a miracle to happen. We're on the list for West Tennessee Homeless Solution. But due to the flood, a lot of their funding went to that and pushed a lot of people back on the list. So the flood waters is going down, but a lot of people lost their homes. So, I don't know, guys. I'm at wit's end tonight. It's 8 o'clock here. We're both tired. She's not feeling good. We don't have a safe place to park. And some asshole is sitting there enjoying every bit of this. What is moving to a different city going to change the fact that she can't sit in a car at a job all day? I've got to figure out a way to secure shelter long enough for me to start getting paychecks in. I can't take her to work with me. I can't take her to a factory and her sit in the car all day long. It's just, she has filed for her disability. Works. A temporary place the other day was willing to send me to a factory around here, and the start-off pay was really good. But explain to them the situation. I'm trying to find some place, and everybody says, "What about family?" Well, no, fuck them. We have no support system here. We don't. There's no support system. So, when you ask somebody, hey, can I just drop her off long enough for me to go to work? Or we'll be doing it. They said they're going to put us on 10-hour shifts, 4 days a week. Miss Brenda, if you was closer, that would be so great. But it's like, we can't afford to leave here. I got a quarter of a tank of gas. I'm not saying this towards Miss Brenda, but I know bigger cities have more resources, but our nearest biggest city is Memphis. And I ain't going to Memphis. Memphis has been voted the deadliest city in America. Or not voted, but it is statistically the roughest city in America. Jackson would be kind of close, but looking through their resources, it's not much better than Dyersburg. Again, hard to leave when you don't have the money to go anywhere. Got a quarter of a tank of gas. I'm one of y'all admins to stop the BS. Y'all check them out. Tulsa, the last time I seen anything, Memphis just hit the deadliest city in the world, in the United States. The doctor was trying to help with some resources, but again, it was Try Your Salvation Army and Matthew 25:40, and both of them, they don't have any resources here. So, Rainbows, that's what I thought. I knew I've seen that name somewhere. Hey, Christine. Yeah, Memphis is a rough area. Rainbow got him, Carrie. And she got him just a second ago. I seen that name before, so. We did eat. Now, Memphis has always been Memphis, Tennessee, but there is a West Memphis, Arkansas. That's what a lot of people that's not from this area gets confused. As far as my knowledge of Memphis, it's always been just Memphis, Tennessee, with the West Memphis, Arkansas. Because, I mean, it's just like right across the bridge. Missed something there. What did Texas Girl WV World get blocked for? Or what did she say? Yeah, that's how it is here. And we only have a woman's shelter. And if they're open because they're short-staffed, they are she's usually really good. Guys, she's actually has gave us some information about some places and stuff before. So I'm going to. She's always been really sweet with us and stuff. If she's a part of the awareness community, she's the nicest one ever. Yeah, the hotel here, and see the hotel. Let me explain that. It's not $145 a night. It's $95 a night. Rainbow, give me 1 second. I'll check that. It's $95 a night, but the first night you stay there, they charge you a $50 deposit. Then every night after that, it's $95. That's all your taxes and every pet fee, all that. Then when you check out, you get your $50 back. The $50 deposit you get back. Y'all, give me 1 second. Let me check. Um, okay, we're just getting something straightened out here, guys. Y'all give me a minute. And there was just a small confusion on somebody who was on here. Hey, let there be light. And so we're getting that straightened out. You know, stuff happens. You see so many names come across here from time to time. Like, things happen. Okay, so Mindy, I'm not skipping you. Mindy, I don't blame you. If you're still here, I don't blame you. I would not want to let my kid, I don't have any kids, but I wouldn't want a kid of mine to go to Memphis for school. You know. Okay. So hopefully we got that little mishap fixed. So. But Michelle, I hope that answered your question about the hotel room. There's one cheaper here, but man, he stays booked up. We have been trying to get back into that one for a while, and he's just flood victims and people working from the solar farm. He's just booked up. But yeah. But I don't reckon there's going to be a miracle tonight. So we're sitting here trying to figure out what we're going to do. We know we're going to go into Planet Fitness here in a minute because I've got to charge my phone back up. Had to turn the air conditioner on the car. Angela had a mild seizure from the heat, so we got her cooled down. We got the air on 65. I don't know how low this car will go on there. 60 degrees. That's pretty daggum chilly. So I've got all the air vents pointing at her face. She's sitting here next to me. We're gonna get her cooled down, and she wanted me to get back on here and tell everybody. They're asking if you're okay.
I will be, but I just want out of this heat.
If I can keep her cool, she'll be alright. If we have to deal with the heat all night, or it's going to be a rough, long night. So, I don't know how to answer the okay question, because she's really not. I've got to find something where she can stay safe and while I work, and I don't know how to. I don't even have a friend's house I can drop her off at for a few hours. Our closest friend that would even consider that is. How far is it? 25 minutes away?
It's something like that.
I don't know what to do about tonight. I don't have the gas to leave the car running all night long. Get it cool in here, but as soon as you roll down the windows, it's going to be... all the cool air is going to go off. When you turn the air off, it's... No, she's not okay. She isn't. Being in the heat and stress all day long, it just triggered a mild seizure. And I don't know how to... Look, I obviously know the answer is I've got to get a job. But I've got to have somewhere she can go and stay and be safe while I'm at work. But tonight, I don't know what the answer is. I guess put what little money we have in the gas tank. Be kind. Here's the bad thing about the hospital. The hospital is going to take her in there, and the last time she went there, because she didn't physically have one in front of them, they didn't deem it as an emergency. And you didn't even get to go to the back, did you? They came out and said that, well, she sat here for an hour and haven't had a seizure. If she's having them like this on and off, she needs to go see her neurologist. So, yeah. So going to the hospital here does no good. Well, they told her that night that they would see her, but they was going to see more severe cases that was actually emergencies. And said that they did not know how long it would be before they could see her. So. Our emergency room is horrible down here. Anybody that's from here that's stalking and following us, y'all should know that too. So that shouldn't be anything that's debated. Our hospital's horrible. You go in there with like a broken bone or a cut or something like that, Yeah, they'll stitch you up, take care of you. But you go in there with something that's like a seizure. They're just going to send you home. Right now, we're sitting in our car in a parking lot. We're just thank you for the prayer. And I know there's people worse off, but we're in Tennessee. Oh yeah, we can take showers at the gym. No, we've done that several times. I was trying to convince her to go, and I think she felt this coming on. I was trying to get her to go inside and chill and everything, but she wanted to stay close to me, and I think she kind of felt everything happening. And sometimes they hit out of nowhere. Sometimes she can feel them coming on. We need to get Juju trained to be one of those dogs that can sense them.
Well, sometimes she can. Sometimes she does.
My Paris girl was good at it. Miss Brenda, I'm going to try to talk her into that here in just a second. I think right now she's a little scared to be too far away from me. They're telling me to get you inside and get you in a good, cool shower. Fresh, clean clothes. We will when you feel better. I know that'll help for a few minutes and everything, but then we still got to turn right back around and come out to the heat and sit in the car. And I appreciate everybody, with the suggestion and everything. I'm not just trying to sound like an ass about it, but it's kind of like someone getting their foot chopped off and you put a Band-Aid on it. That's. But I appreciate it. And I don't want to sound like an ass when I come off their way, but the only thing that would give any kind of relief tonight would be, hey, go take a shower, and when you get out, lay down in a bed. And that's not happening tonight at all. There's no miracle tonight, guys.
I don't believe it.
So. When she gets to feeling better, we are going to have to go inside. I've got to charge my phone back up. I ain't got 2 weeks. I don't know. We've got $10, $12 I put in the gas tank to run the car as long as I could. If you'd have told me this time last year this would have been going on this year, I'd have told you you're crazy. Probably Probably because I have my profile set to private. Because if I got on here and it's not private, it would have been 200 people in here with nothing but awareness people causing problems. I appreciate the wanting to share it, but that's probably the reason why we've actually tried door dashing down here. We door dashed for 4 hours one day, made $8. I spent more in gas dashing than I made. Oh, I know they will, Christine. It's just I don't know how to get out of this stuck part that we're in right here. I don't know how to get to the point to where I can go to work every day and make money because she's in the car with me. I don't know how to, without help, I don't know how to get past it. I don't know how to get past it. So appreciate that, Chris. I know everybody's going through something and everything. But, the thing that gets me the most is like some of the people that's turned their back on me is the people that I've helped in the past. She cannot drive. With epilepsy, she's not driving anywhere. If she could drive, it would be simple. She could just drop me off at a job and go on. Okay, Queen Mama. It'd have to be when I get off live before I can check it. Unless you just absolutely need me to check it now. But she doesn't have TikTok on her phone anymore. I didn't either. I took it off for over a month because hang on 1 second, guys. Got a phone call. Got a phone call. Got a phone call. Y'all hang on 1 second, guys. Trying to okay. Queen Mama, I'm about to get off here and I'll check my DM. I'm gonna get off here and try to figure something out, guys. To everybody who wasn't too much rudeness in here, thank you all for the kind words and everything. I don't know what we're gonna do, but you know, sometimes it helps just to get on here and talk to, it's like just nice people, you know. Miss Brenda, let me tell you something. If we decide to get off TikTok again, you'll never lose us. You got our phone number. Miss Brenda was one of the first people we met on here. She's the sweetest woman you'll ever meet in your life. And I can't say enough good stuff about Miss Brenda. But we're going to stick around, but we're getting off this live, and we're going to try to figure something out tonight, guys. Miss Brenda, we love you to death.
We love you, Miss Brenda.
And yeah, we'll try to give updates. It might be video in forms of just videos and not live. But if we get in the room, we'll post a video. If we don't, we'll probably still post a video. So, all right, guys, good night, and y'all take care.